My name's Brian, and I'm asking for your vote in the U.S. Senate race for 2026. I'm recording this as the government is shut down. And do you know that we're the only country on the planet that does this? That if the legislature doesn't pass a budget, that the government just stops providing some services? Nobody else does this. It's one of the many backwards things that we need to correct to make government work better. Government is a tool that should be serving the people. All of the people, not just the rich, not just the wealthy, not just the well-connected. We should have government for serving the 100%. And so I'm asking for your vote because I have a vision for an America where we do that. As the wealthiest nation on the planet, we certainly have the capabilities. I need your help. I need your vote to put that right. That being said, I'm not running for office. My campaign is not about winning public office. It's about changing public policy. And so here's what I'm going to do with my vote and yours, if you will let me. I'm going to offer my vote to Tom Tillis's successor. Whoever the red team nominates, we already know who that's going to be, right? And we already know who the blue team's going to nominate. Even though in theory, there's supposed to be a primary where the people actually get to weigh in on what sort of policies they want. But this is just another symptom of our government, especially on the federal level, not serving the people. So I'm going to make a conditional offer for my vote. If Tom Tillis can meet certain conditions before the election, by October 2026, then he will get my vote and my endorsement. If he cannot or will not meet those conditions, then the blue team candidate can get my vote and my endorsement. Because I'm not just asking for your vote in North Carolina's Senate race, but also in the 1st Congressional District, and the 2nd Congressional District, and the 3rd Congressional District, and in fact, all 470 congressional races around the country. At the end of October 2026, I'll publish the Populist Fusion Slate, a list of endorsements for all 470 congressional races. And I'm asking for people's votes so that we can collectively bargain to upgrade our social contract, because the one that we have now is not working for many, many people in the United States. We've got, according to the Poor People's Campaign, we've got 130 million people in this country living in or near poverty. Since that's a third of the country, clearly we could be doing a better job. In fact, in a recent survey, 55% of adults polled agreed with the statement that this country's economic and political systems are stacked against people like me. And the reason that a majority of adults feel that way is because it's true. Our political and economic systems are stacked against us. And so, the conditional offer that I'm making to Tom Tillis, as well as across every congressional race, is passage of legislation that will address some of these systemic problems. Many of the issues that Congress has the ability to address and has just not done anything for years, for decades, really. In January of 2026, I will publish a legislative proposal called the Populist Act. Perfectly ordinary people undermining lobbyist influence for societal transformation, because populists are the people who recognize that our very systems in society are biased against the average. And there are populists on the left and there are populists on the right. And if we fuse together, we can be a decisive force in the midterm elections. One of the many problems in this country is partisanship, is polarization. It is deeply dividing us. It's dividing families, it's dividing communities, and it's most definitely dividing our country. But in order to fuse populist support together, we've got to stop hating the red team and the blue team. We're flexible. And we have to be willing to see the good in both the red team and the blue team and give them the opportunity to be their best selves. So by making a conditional offer for my vote, and yours if you'll let me, we can change that paradigm. We can ignore partisan affiliation and instead offer terms to the incumbent. The Populist Act will address many, many of the issues that our country is unnecessarily struggling. And over the course of 2026, we'll improve this legislative package and then at the end of the summer present it to Congress and say, Congress, we want an up or down vote. If Congress votes it up, every single member of incumbent, red team or blue team, doesn't matter, every single incumbent is eligible for my endorsement with the populist fusion slate. Should the incumbents turn it down? Should Congress willfully refuse to act, willfully ignore the solutions that we will prepare for them? Then, when they vote it down, we can vote them down. We can vote them out of office. We can vote them out of power. Red team or blue team, doesn't matter. By putting populist policy over partisan politics, we can play incumbents versus challengers. 2026, the United States is going to celebrate our 250th birthday. And we can make it a real cause for celebration by putting our house in order, by, as I said, upgrading our social contract for the 21st century. If we fuse together around a specific set of policy and offer the people of the United States a real opportunity to see solutions in act, I need your help. I need your vote to put that right. You can learn more about my campaign. You can follow me on social media at Populist Guru. Visit my website, votewithbrian.com, and tell me any issues that you would like to see Congress address. In 2026, vote with love, vote with power.